Welcome to Chamber Exchange, a TV show. My name is Tim Murray, President and CEO of the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce. And Chamber Exchange, a TV show, is an opportunity for us to bring to you, the viewers, our guests and movers and shakers around economic development, public policy, and feature many of our Chamber member businesses. We want to thank the sponsors who make the show happen, Worcester Regional Airport and the team at Massport, as well as the Worcester Railers Hockey Club. Unfortunately, the pandemic has impacted both of those sponsors pretty significantly, but we know that we're in for a robust return in 2021. And one of the individuals and businesses that's helping lead that fight against this health and economic crisis is Rob Branca and his business Branded Realty Group. Rob, welcome.
Good morning, Tim. Good to see you.
Good. Well, I wanted to maybe talk a little bit about, Branded Realty Group and kind of your multifaceted businesses that you're a principal in with your partners. So
Right.
Maybe we can get into that. There's the Dunkin' Donuts, piece of it, and with that, redeveloping some properties. You've got the restaurant scene and some properties on Shrewsbury Street with Volturno and others, and property that you're leasing to some great businesses. And then more recently here in Worcester, kind of residential real estate development. So maybe you could give our viewers a little overview of the company and
Sure.
what you're involved with.
Sure, happy to do it. So we're a family business. We're all related. All the equity owners are related. It's my wife, her sisters, their husbands, and my father-in-law, who's our founder, John Batista, who came to this country with nothing in the mid 70s. Together we've been able to build what's become a somewhat diversified business. And as we're discovering with this horrible event, the pandemic, somewhat anti-fragile, which I've been doing a lot of thinking about, just looking at what's happened in society, what government's doing about it, what my fellow business leaders in Worcester have been able to pull off. It's been pretty impressive. I mean, we've suffered losses. We're a partner, not everything has come through. We've closed some Dunkins, Volturno in Framingham is closed. We are also partners in a company that owned the Ruby Tuesday chain. That's gone now. So it hasn't all been successful, but I know I can speak for my partners. We're very grateful and blessed to still be in business for the businesses that are open. Not everyone's in the same boat. We've been working pretty diligently with Washington. I'm chair of the Government Affairs Committee for Dunkin', on some of the relief, the PPP money, fixing that program because there are things wrong with it now. Some things Treasury changed. They sort of changed the rules, moved the goalposts, so to speak. There's still much to do, even though, it's great news. We're getting vaccines. And, I know that Worcester hopefully will be one of the regions that gets them first, given all our healthcare and life sciences, and Massachusetts in general, where this new messenger RNA technology, which is going to be, it's really groundbreaking medicine. Hopefully that comes here.
No, without a doubt, and so much of that research originated here. Dr. Mello and
right at UMass, which is having its winter ball this Friday. So bid on the auction items. Please check it out online. It's all virtual this year, but that's a huge economic engine for our region. I can't say good things about UMass.
Well, thanks for that overview. But let's talk about kind of the newest venture. I mean, there's some great properties downtown that you've repurposed and redone that have really raised the bar, whether it be the old Harrington Corner building that many of our viewers may remember in years past, but brought back to life with your investments. But another kind of iconic Worcester property that many people knew for generations was the El Morocco and the Abudi family on Wall Street. You acquired that property a number of years ago and worked to implement a vision in a residential housing unit. But what brought you to that project? The history, just tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So, like some of the other projects we've done, what attracted us to it initially was that it's a really iconic Worcester site. Some really cool things happen there. The Abudi family, their story is a phenomenal American, typical American success story, right? People come here to this country with nothing and work hard to build a business, win the loyalty of their neighbors and the rest of the city. And the second generation came in. People say, well, the business expanded and then it failed. But a restaurant business to last that long is an amazing success story. And my hats are off to all of the Abudi family. So what we liked about it was several other developers had acquired the site after the restaurant closed and were not able to pull off the project, mostly because of the site conditions. Very steep hill, huge amount of ledge on it, surrounded by utilities and residences. So some of the prior people that tried to develop it got permits for a smaller project tucked into the corner of the site where the old El Morocco stood, the second one. And we had a bigger vision. I'm sorry, go ahead, Tim.
Rob, our friends at Spectrum are going to populate the screen as we speak with a picture of the history of the El Morocco. And as you were mentioning, the Abudi family and what they did and the length of time that the El Morocco was functioning restaurant and a destination place. We talk about Worcester's Renaissance and much of it driven by the restaurant and culinary scene. The El Morocco was attracting people was known across the country. People from Boston coming to Worcester for dinner and music and entertainment and shows. So they were kind of a pioneer in many respects.
They were, and they were a harbinger of Worcester's great illustrious past, and I believe illustrious future. So we're happy to be part of the threads that tie those together. And the pandemic's going to hurt us clearly, but I think Worcester was very well positioned prior to the pandemic. And you can just Polar Park is a good paradigm for it. You see the grass going in, you see that project continuing to be built. It gives everyone hope. I think that's again a harbinger of good things to come once we get out of this. I think Worcester's resilient, and I used the word anti-fragile before. I've been thinking about that. If the viewers, if you haven't read that book, read that book. It's one of the most important books I think I've ever read.
We've got just a couple minutes left, Robin, and you're one of the people who are kind of helping make us much more resilient in terms of the diversity of your companies. But you had some particular site challenges here, but expanded the scope of 100 Wall Street.
Right.
74 brand new apartments. You're leasing them now.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that, and then if people are interested in renting, you've got a fabulous location, great views. Why don't you tell us about the 100 Wall Street?
Sure. Our website is www.the100wallstreet.com. The is very important. Otherwise, you'll get an office building in Manhattan. But we have 72 units, 16 one-bedroom. The remainder are two-bedrooms. As you noted, magnificent views. It's really very special, even from the first floor apartments. We've got just under 40 of them leased. We just started leasing a few weeks ago. They're extraordinarily spacious, lots of storage space. Several of the tenants that are there that have moved in have asked if we would condo the building. They want to buy a unit. They're those types of spaces, very high quality finishes. We perhaps overspent on it, but we think it's a long-term investment for the future. And people tend to stay when you don't give them a reason to move. Like, I don't have enough room for my things. It's inconvenient. We thought about that. What really stunk about living in apartments when you were younger? Let's try to solve for those things. And we think we did a fairly good job of it. At least the residents that are there now agree with us. And we haven't had much of a problem leasing them. We do still have 30 or so units available, all two bedrooms, and then a class we call one bedroom with an office, because the second bedroom is small. and that's how the people that occupy those units use it. That or a small gym. Enormous amount of closet space. Everything is, you can do almost everything from your phone, lock, unlock. Plenty of parking, underground garage, obviously an elevator, robust modern security systems. You can see who's ringing your doorbell. You can talk to them, video chat. If you want to let your brother shows up, your sister shows up, your kid forgot their key, you can let them in from work right on your phone. You can unlock the door for them.
The address, email, the website location again, and we're going to have to wrap it up. But again, our friends at Spectrum have populated with some pictures of it. But thank you for your investments and the family's investments. What you continue to do is groundbreaking and exciting. Why don't you end it with one more plug for the website?
Sure. Go to www.the100wallstreet.com. You can do everything: virtual tours of units, make an appointment to see the building. Please, welcome you. Happy to show it off.
Thank you. Rob Branca, Branded Realty Group.
Are you a Central Massachusetts business owner? Do you want a voice in public policy and economic development? Are you looking to increase your network or generate new business leads? A membership with the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce will provide you with a variety of tools and opportunities to help you stay connected with the diverse and growing business community of the region.
We just started right out of school, so we didn't know the team of professionals that we were going to need to start our company. So we were able to get put in touch with people who offered those services, and that helped us out a lot.
Joining the chamber can provide you access to great resources, connections that you wouldn't otherwise have.
Serving as New England's largest chamber of commerce, the chamber is a proud supporter and advocate of the local business community.
Advocacy is the biggest benefit that I see. The chamber is there to benefit business and frankly to benefit economic development for all of us, residents or business owners.
Join today to take advantage of the chamber's wide range of resources and benefits.
Let's all do our part to safely support small business during these challenging times. From delicious dinners, to great fashion finds, to that perfect pick-me-up, Worcester is open for business. Join your community in entering the We Love Worcester photo contest today. Visit discovercentralmass.org for details. Worcester, we're in this together.